Music, dance, theater. It's time to take a seat on the aisle with Tom Alvarez. Hear from performers, producers, presenters, and creators who enrich our lives in the performing arts. Who's on stage? Here is Tom Alvarez to introduce you.
Hello, and welcome to On the Aisle with me, Tom Alvarez. On today's episode, my guest is singer, pianist, author, and recording artist Sandi Patty. Join me now as I go on the aisle for a chat with the superstar performer.
Central Indiana. Wish TV is now live on YouTube TV and Hulu Live, offering more hours of local programming than any other station. Search for Wish TV or look for CW8 on both YouTube TV and Hulu Live to find us. Watch local news, sports, and lifestyle shows live from Wish TV. You can still catch Wish TV free over the air or stream it live on wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile apps. Wish TV, available in more places for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Hello there, sunshine. Every time I see you, just brighten my day, Sandi Patty.
Oh, and Tom Alvarez, I feel the same about you. It's always great when you show up in the audience, and it's always fun.
Well, thank you. And the last time we talked was on my podcast. I'm thrilled that you're a repeat guest. The last time we talked, you were on, it was the sixth time and last time you hosted Yuletide with the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, it was actually my 10th time. I'd done it 10 times.
Was it 10? Oh, wow.
Since the year 2000. Yes, because I had those numbers drilled into my brain.
Okay. Well, I'm getting a little dotty in my old age. I forget things. So here's the thing, though. Last time I saw you, you were backstage at last year's Yuletide. And it was hosted by Ashley Brown and that wonderful young man. I can't remember his name.
Pianister.
Oh my gosh! And I got the privilege of overhearing you. I wondered when they announced you were in the audience. Gosh, I wonder what Sandi thinks. And there you were telling them to their faces. It was so cool. But we're here to talk about your performance with Michael Feinstein.
How about that?
The great ambassador of the Great American Songbook on April 17th at the Payne Mencius Palladium. So I've seen the two of you perform before, and that's always a treat. So why don't you fill us in on what you can without giving everything away about the program?
Well, I have to tell you, Michael Feinstein, and his husband, Terrence, are two of my favorite people in the whole world. Yeah. And there is just tremendous kindness in Michael. Of course, musicality.
Yes, yes.
He is just one of these great human beings in the world. And I love how he makes the American Songbook now really come alive to generation after generation after generation. And so from time to time, it is my privilege to be invited by him to share the night at the Palladium. And that's what we get to do on April the 17th.
Now, I don't know if you remember this, but the first time I met you in person and interviewed you was way back when he started that Songbook Academy. And they were still, I believe, at the University of Indianapolis. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, I believe so. And then they moved over to the Palladium.
That's right. Yeah.
And I think that's when it was maybe one of the last couple of nights they did the showcase at the Palladium. And I remember meeting you, but I also remember you being such a fierce champion for Hello, Dolly.
Oh my gosh, of course, of course.
And you just were so kind and so gracious and so complimentary. And that was a bucket list for me to get to do that.
Well, thank you. I'm a great lover of musical theater. And, I just felt I wanted to cheerlead you because you're crossing over into a genre that you love. And, it was a great experience. And, you had, and seeing you play the Palladium with, was it the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra or Carmel? I don't remember.
It was the Indianapolis Symphony, but we did a couple of nights at the Hilbert. And
Yes.
we did a
With
couple of
with
nights.
Maestro Jack Everly, your great
Yes,
friend. Yeah.
yes, indeed.
Yeah. So
And so
go
we
ahead.
had to kind of restage it once we got over to the Palladium, but it was fun. It made the weekend really
Yeah,
sweet.
and didn't wasn't that the prior to your did you release a Broadway album or did I imagine that?
No, you did not imagine that. So I released maybe it was 1995, a
Yeah.
project called An American Songbook.
Yeah.
And then maybe in 2000 and oh no, I know no 2010 maybe.
Yeah.
I did it called A Broadway Story,
There you
Broadway
go.
Stories,
There-
and Maestro Everly came with me. We went over to Prague,
Oh
and they
my
have
goodness.
marvelous orchestras over there. And so we went over to Prague, and he conducted, the whole thing. And that was what Jack and Ty Johnson had kind of written for me when we did a Sandi Patty Broadway. So we'll pull from a lot of those songs for April 17th.
Well, that's what was my next question. Will you be using any Broadway material and
Oh,
Great
yes,
American? Well, of course, you're with Michael
absolutely.
Feinstein.
And I
Yeah.
think that Michael and I will do a couple of duets together. He always
Hmm.
loves doing that. And
Hmm.
and we haven't got the full program figured out yet, but
Hmm.
um, when he'll just tell me what to do, and I'll just say yes, sir.
Yeah, and do you know who will be accompanying you? Do you have an
I know that
orchestra or?
he has a trio of musicians, and but then I'll bring my own musical director, and so Steve Potts will
Oh,
be
okay.
on piano for me that night. And
Okay.
then Michael offered for me to, use his players as well.
And will Ted Firth be involved, his pianist and
I,
music director?
you know what? I would imagine whoever his usual people are
Yeah, Ted
will be
Firth is the
involved.
best. I mean, he's just, they've been together a long time, but
Yeah.
Michael will. Yeah, I was just curious about sometimes he has the Carmel Symphony Orchestra
I
accompanying
know
him.
it won't be the symphony.
Yeah,
It'll just
yeah.
be more small and intimate, which I think always makes for an evening that you can be a lot more flexible.
What is so cool that you're in our backyard now. I used to wonder, I wonder if Sandy misses living in, I mean, Indiana is your original home, correct?
Yeah. Well,
And you moved away for a while and
we
now
moved
you're back.
away, but interestingly enough, I was born in Oklahoma City.
Okay, that's right.
And
Yeah.
then, my dad was a pastor, and we kind of moved around the country and went to Arizona and then California. And then I came to Indiana for college, stayed in Indiana for 30 years, right
Anderson University,
at
correct?
Anderson University.
Yeah,
So then when
they claim you too. They
we
claim you
left
too.
Indiana, went to Oklahoma City, oddly, for
Yeah.
about 14 years, and then came back about 3 years ago to just help my parents move to heaven.
Yeah, and you lost one of your parents
Both of
recently.
them. Yeah, both
Oh.
lost my mom in 23 and my dad just before Yuletide in 24.
Oh, that's right. And I forgot there was another time I saw you too before this last Yuletide. And
Yeah.
when you performed at Hendrix Live in
Yes.
Plainfield,
Yes.
and most of the music was primarily Christian music. And oh, Sandy, it came for me at a crucial time. I had lost somebody. And it
Mm.
was it really helped me heal. That music really
Oh.
comforted me. And yeah, it was very emotional actually.
Mm.
When you do How Great Thou Art, it just gives me chills. It's just
Mm.
like wow. It's just
That
like
was
I
a
nobody
beautiful
can do that
venue.
song like you. I mean,
Well,
truly.
it's a powerful song, and a lot of wonderful singers have sung it over the years. And
Yeah.
just
So
one of those
what was it
really,
like performing in that venue?
it
They're
is a
brand new.
great venue. And
Hmm.
shameless plug, I would love to come back.
Well,
Um,
Chris Petrelli has become a friend.
Ah,
And, I have a production company. We're doing a show there in October, Cabaret Latino. I'm going to plug it on the air. And
yes, you are.
Chris invited us to perform there. We're very excited. 600
That's
seats, state of
fantastic.
the art, and
Yeah, it's lovely. And then did I see you at another show there with the group Voctive?
no, not
Oh,
me.
okay.
I've
Well,
only seen a few shows there, but your house was filled that night, and they've got a ready-made audience for
yeah, they really do.
and
And
I think
it's lovely.
Chris is just, I really have a great admiration for what he's doing. He's taking a page from the Palladium about how to develop a whole cultural landscape in an
Yeah.
area.
It's a great little area. It's just a cute little shops and coffee. And it
Well,
was fantastic.
that's how Carmel became what it is because of that
Yeah.
Palladium. And
Isn't that
I
something?
truly think it's going to happen. And you live, what, 20 minutes away?
20 minutes. So,
Well,
we're on the south side of Indianapolis.
yes, of course. Yeah.
So we have
So
kids
are
in
you able,
Nashville.
what do you, when you go out to grocery shop, do you run into people, your fans? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I do. And I tell you what, they are just so kind and so gracious and are so affirming. And then it's like, well, hey, have you seen you know, the new baby wipes? Well, they're over in aisle, grab some because they're great. It's just like um, you know, people know that I love Indiana
Yeah,
and that I love the people of Indiana. And
yeah.
so whenever, we're out and about, usually Target,
So
people
Sandy,
go, oh,
it
really
sounds
sweet.
like you pick and choose what you want to do now. That a lot of the pressure is off of you. You just seem so much more relaxed.
Well, I definitely am, but I will tell you this little secret. You're the first media person I've told is that I am working on a new project and I have all my singing done. And
Okay.
kind of come back full circle. I started out, with the Gaither family,
Right.
Bill and Gloria Gaither, and I really wasn't interested in doing another project. But then I started just doing a few events with Bill and Gloria again, and it just felt right. So we'll start dropping singles in the fall and then that new project, which is we don't even have a title for it yet. It will
Wow.
be out in January.
You're giving me an exclusive.
I
This is
am. Yeah,
fabulous.
I've not told any other media outlet about this
Well,
yet.
thank you so much. That is very exciting. Like I said, you inspire me when you sing, Christian music, but it just, it's again, it came at a pivotal moment, and I'm sure I just I felt an energy in that room that night, unlike anything I've experienced before. I mean. Yeah, I'm not overstating here. I really mean that. So it'll be wonderful for you to get some music back out there with that group. They
Yeah.
helped, didn't they discover you kind of?
I had recorded a song by a very famous Southern gospel writer named Dottie Rambo.
Uh-huh.
He had written a song called We Shall Behold Him
Oh
that I
boy.
recorded on one of my very early projects.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill and Gloria heard that. I was actually singing backup for them at the time. And they asked me to sing that to close their evening, their shows. They were doing these big arenas.
Wow.
And so they asked me if I would sing that at the end of the night. And, it was like one of those, I got to pray about it. Yes, it was
Wow.
just a no-brainer. And so
Well,
they,
this sounds like it's going to be the beginning of at some point you're going to want to promote it. You're going to want to go on and do live, and you're going to get requests. So it's going to start the ball rolling on a whole bunch of
well,
stuff,
and
I bet.
what's nice is I am at a place, as you alluded to, where I get to do the things now that I want to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't have to be on the road 75% of the year.
Yeah, and you're
So
a grandma too. You get to experience that. I know
and we
that
have
family is so important to you. Always
it's
has
so
been.
important. We have 12 grandkids now and
Yeah.
another one on the way.
Do you have a big house so you could accommodate family dinners and
We do not.
holidays and all that? Oh, okay.
They're all over the place.
Okay.
So what we do every couple of years is we just rent a big house somewhere like Florida where it's warm in the winter, like Thanksgiving or Christmas,
Yeah.
and everybody comes. But none of us have a big enough house for all of
Okay.
us to,
Okay.
because everybody's all over the place. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah. Well,
have
that's so.
Florida, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Dallas, and Indiana.
Well, you guys, it's kind of, you reflect kind of the American family these days. No one's in one place anymore.
No
I know
one
my
is. And you
family's
know what?
scattered all over.
Exactly. And I'm part of the boomer generation.
Yeah.
And we are just, they call, in fact, the boomer
Yeah,
generation
of
the
course.
silver tsunami
That's
because
a new
we are
one.
just getting ready to hit retirement
Yeah.
and
That's a good
traveling
one.
and all of
Well,
that.
you gotta say one thing though. I like to think, and you certainly are, we keep moving, and the boomers are
Absolutely.
different. There are a lot of us like that who, like we did in the 60s, we all have different ways of looking at things, and many
Yeah.
of us are still going strong, right?
Yeah. You know, it's funny, like I'll drop something on the floor, and my sweet husband will say, I'll get it for you. I said, no, no, as long as I can bend, let me.
Hey, speaking of your sweet other half, Don
Yes,
is he has such a charisma about him.
he does,
When I
doesn't
saw him
he?
the other time, I saw you the backstage of the
Yeah,
ISO. He's just so kind,
he is just,
He,
he is kind, life
and he
is,
dotes on you
you know what? He
and he
does.
protects you. You couldn't have a better handler, by the way.
Yeah, you know what? Life is just very, very fun with him.
Yeah,
And
you have a blended family, don't you?
we
Yours and
do.
his?
So when we got married, I had four, he had three, and then we adopted our youngest one.
Okay. And
So now it's,
so
you know,
are you a great grandma yet?
nope. Our
Oh,
oldest is 12.
oh,
And
okay.
he's the one that he and his sister live in Indianapolis. And they were the two grandkids who were in Yuletide in 24 when I did my last time. And then
Uh,
my granddaughter was in Yuletide last year, but now they're both too old to do it again.
so Sandy, this concert with Michael, okay, that obviously is a sign that if the right project comes along, you're gonna, you'll continue to do other genres, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
because you have all kinds of musical
100%.
interests. I'm sorry.
I said 100% because, you know, I have always loved singing. I don't care
Yes.
if anyone was listening. I was such a shy kid, and words were so hard for me. But when I found music, I found a way to say the words from my heart. So I
Yes.
will always be singing, whether anybody's listening or not, because I need to for my soul.
Yes. Yeah, that seems clear just based on everything I know about you, interviews I've read and this and that and the other. One thing that I've always appreciated about you and covering the arts is that I've talked to a lot of folks over my years, and you're because I've met you and we've talked off record and whatever, that you're very authentic, and it shows on stage. That warmth really comes through, off and on the stage, off the stage certainly, and that's just reflected by your values. You live them, it appears.
Well, I really feel like love is our highest calling.
Hmm. And wouldn't you agree, these days we need it more than ever? And
We need love so much.
mm,
And whether that is small acts of kindness done with great love. That's a variation on something that Mother Teresa and Martin Luther King Jr. have said, but the smallest acts of kindness can bring about some of the biggest change in someone's life or in an event, and I do try. My intent and purpose is to be the same whether you meet me at Target or you see me on stage.
Mhm.
Because we just need to remain real with each other and extend love in every situation. Now, sometimes that's going to look different depending on, we have 8 different kids with 8 different personalities. And, some of them need this and some of them need that. But if the motive is always love, I don't think we can ever go wrong.
Yeah. Well, again, what you're contributing to the world is more important than ever. And so I'm just thrilled to hear that, you're continuing to grow as an artist and stretch your muscles.
Yeah.
So I hope too that this concert at the Palladium will open up all kinds of other opportunities for you as well, so that you
Well,
can keep.
it makes it nice because it's right here in Indiana.
Yeah. Well, look, I know that you're on a tight schedule because you've got some family to take care of somewhere, right?
We are going to leave Indiana, drive to Dallas, and spend a
Wow.
week with a couple of kids who had some
So you're driving?
surgery. We're going to drive.
Do you like road trips?
We love road trip.
Do you like to stop along the way to get
We
snacks and
do.
stuff like that?
There will be a Buc-ee's in our future.
And what do you listen to? What did Sandi Patty listen to in the car?
Yeah, a
Sandy
lot
and
of,
Don.
we
Huh?
will listen to audiobooks.
Okay.
I've just gotten some of the new mixes from my new project that I was
Wow.
telling you about. So we'll probably listen to some of those. Um, we talk a lot. We get to, kind of really catch up and nobody interrupts us. And, we just really do love being on the road together.
How long is that trip?
Well, when we were younger, we could probably do it in one day, but we're not going to do it in one
Oh, you
day.
stop overnight somewhere.
Yeah, we'll stop overnight.
Where do you
But Don
stop?
drives,
Yeah.
and whenever he's done, which he loves to drive. So,
Yeah. Hey, you guys are so good on social media. How's that coming along? You're
you know
everywhere.
what? I got to tell you. So, Don has kind of taken it over for me. And I have just said, like, he'll say, okay, today I need this from you. I need this from you. And so I'll just do a little video. In fact, if you don't mind, while you're still on, I'll have him do one of those.
Oh, I love
Hey, what
that.
you doing? And I'll say, oh, I'm just talking to Tom Alvarez. Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
kidding me? How many
Great.
followers do you have? Of course I would love that.
Yeah. So I think that'd be a fun, but he's kind of taken that over and really making
Yeah.
it much
Be
more
my guest.
consistent.
Hey, what you doing?
Hey, what am I doing? Well, I am sitting here doing an interview with my friend Tom Alvarez. You can come around. There he is.
Hey.
Tom, say hey to everybody.
Hi, Don.
We are just chatting about the Palladium with Michael Feinstein on April the 17th. It's going to be good. All right, I'm going to get back to Tom.
I have a column, I have a website, I have a TV show I've been doing on Channel 8 for 12 years. I'm on there every other week, and I've got this
Nice.
podcast. So that's my brand, On the Aisle with Tom
On the
Alvarez.
Aisle with Tom Alvarez. Perfect. Yeah.
Right. So
Well, some of
it's
the kindest reviews have been from you, Tom.
well, thank you. I do my best to offer my opinion, and people who read me. Someone said the other night, says, "Oh, you're so nice," and I said, "I don't. That sounds kind of passive aggressive." No, they meant it. They said, "No, genuinely." I said,
Yeah.
"Well, I'm not Rex Reed, but I'm an advocate first and a journalist second,
Oh, that's
When
really well said.
because I'm an artist myself, so
Yeah.
I've been in the trenches. I know
Yeah.
it's involved, and we're sensitive. We're we're sensitive people, and so I'm very conscious of empathy
Well,
too when it
and
comes to art,
yeah, and you do a
artists.
beautiful job of that, and I'm not the only one who thinks that.
Well, thank you. That
So
coming from you,
thank you for
really,
that.
that
Well,
really.
it's very uplifting. It's very uplifting because, as an artist,
Well, I'm talking to
put
the
your heart
queen.
and soul in.
I'm talking to the queen of uplifting. Who are you kidding?
You're so sweet. Listen,
Okay.
I'm gonna run.
Okay, well, thank you
Pleasure.
again. And I'm going to see you at the Palladium and
Great.
hopefully come backstage and see Michael and Terrence. I knew Terrence when he lived in Indianapolis once upon a
Oh, is
time,
that right?
before he met Michael. Oh, yeah.
Aw,
So, yeah, they are really a team, aren't they?
they really
So
are. That's
we'll
just
we'll
great.
see you after the show.
Okay, all right.
I'll see you on the aisle. That's
On the aisle. I'll see you on the aisle.
Okay.
All right. Bye,
Bye. Have a
Tom.
good trip and
Thank
safe
you.
travels. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Our thanks go out to our media sponsor, Urban Times. Urban Times is a monthly news magazine which serves as the official newsletter for 15 Indianapolis neighborhoods, offering news about development, arts and entertainment, and from the business community. Thank you for joining me on the aisle. Please subscribe to my podcast, and if you want to hear previous episodes, find them on the All Indiana Podcast Network, or listen to them wherever you get your podcasts. This is Tom Alvarez.
Who will take center stage on the podcast next? Your seat on the aisle with Tom Alvarez awaits. Follow Tom on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and make sure to visit tomalvarez.studio. Watch Tom every other Thursday on Lifestyle Live on Wish TV, and make sure to listen every week here on the All Indiana Podcast Network.